Hi. Good morning. It's great to have you here with us. Please state your name and your background.
My name is Dan Caulfield, and I'm the CEO of DATAbloc.
Okay, so what is DATAbloc all about?
DATAbloc is a platform that does for data centers what Airbnb does for people with an extra room. We rent out their extra space.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing idea. So can you please elaborate on that?
Yes, so the difference between us and Uber, or what Uber and Airbnb did is they leveraged latent consumer assets. So if you had a car and some time, you could be a limo company, and if you had an extra room, you could be a hotel operator, right? So we're doing the same thing with data centers, and the difference is our market is significantly bigger. We're in the biggest market in the world. It's over 300 billion. It's fragmented with 8.4 million data centers that all have between 30 and 50% excess capacity. And the industry is a centralized model, and it's so inefficient. It causes so much friction that 31% of the data that is looking for a place to live actually gets deleted, right? Okay, so the trick is, how do we get to critical mass quickly? And what we're doing is we're raising $1 billion in the world's first royalty token offering. And what that means is that we have a royalty token that is for sale for $100. We call that royalty token Royalty Block. And that royalty block is called a royalty block because it gets 100% of the software licensing fees on our platform. Now, that royalty block will be airdropped 100 utility token, which we call Stone, and Stone is the only currency that can buy services on our platform. And so the trick so how do you get big and how do you do it quick, and why are we raising $1 billion? Right. Number one, it's a $300 billion market, and we want to make a dent in it. So we need real capital, but we have the same kind of capital efficiency as an Uber or a Airbnb, because we're leveraging that latent asset, which is the excess space. But we do it in a way which is we pay data centers 110% for their revenue. All right. So in other words, if a data center has contracts with enterprise customers, they have the sales force that's selling to enterprise customers. What we tell them is that, hey, run our software. Our software is very legitimate. We have 2,000 enterprise customers. It's protected by 4 U.S. patents, and it was originally built for database productivity. And so what it does is it goes in and maps and audits a database's network, and tells them how much excess capacity they have. So it's sort of perfect to understand why we're going after these data centers. We don't have to mess with their business model at all. These big companies aren't going to move to a decentralized solution because they need somebody responsible and accountable for their data. Right. And so what that does is they're not going to change that business relationship. They're multi-year contractual relationships. But the data center, to get the 110% revenue, has to turn their fiat currency into Stone to get that benefit. And so that is what gets us quick. So it cost us $3 million to get $10 million worth of database revenue. And the reason is because when they put the $10 million on our platform, they automatically get 8% back. Okay. And so or 80% back. And so what we do, if it's $10 million data center, they get $8 million back. $1 million goes directly to our royalty block holders, and $1 million stays with us. What we do is we pay $2 million to them to top them off, and we pay them another $1 million for that to give them a total of 110%.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And how well do you think GBF has been as a platform for you?
Well, first of all, couldn't thank them enough. Praneet Kumar especially has taken us under his wing and really helped us. We weren't going to tell people what we were doing yet, but we wanted to come here to Dubai to announce that we're starting this journey towards raising $1 billion and legitimizing a new type of investment vehicle. It's because a royalty token, because it's based on software revenue, our software licensing fees, and that's one part of it. But because we have 2,000 customers, you buy one of our royalty blocks, you don't have to wait like equity. You'd have to wait to be able to sell it to get a return. At this, you immediately start getting a return. And because those royalty tokens are airdropped to you, or the utility tokens, the Stone, that data center, to get that 110%, has to continuously buy that Stone. So the market is constantly moving, and constantly, there's a constant movement in the market. All the while, the royalty block is going up in value. Because if we're taking 75% of every dollar out of that $1 billion that we're raising, that's $750 million. That turns into, because of 3 to 10 to 1, right? So that 750 million turns into 2.5 billion. But that 2.5 billion is multi-year contracts. And what we get is we get the sales teams that sell the enterprise customers.
Okay.
And our permission-based blockchain is not the end-all strategy, because we know everyone's going to a full blockchain. It's an intermediate piece. And so if we can get enough enterprise customers, that frees us up to sell to small and medium businesses. As we're doing that, the network continues to grow, and we're able to service consumers. So we don't have to sell enterprise customers the hard, expensive sale. We do sell small and medium customer businesses, and we're ready for the influx of data that's going to come with the Internet of Things and 5G.
Okay. Sounds really promising. It was great to have you today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thanks for your time.